Mayapur ki jai, Vrindavan Dhama ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai. All glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 19, The Killing of the Demon Hiranyaksha, text 2 to 14. 14 is on the board. So now I'm going to read a translation of 2 to 13, then we will chant 14 together. Text 2. The Lord who had appeared from the nostril of Brahma sprang and aimed his might at the chin of his enemy, the Hiranyaksha demon, who was staring fearlessly before him. Text 3. Struck by the demon's might, however, the Lord of might slipped from his hand and looked splendid as if fell down welling. This was miraculous, for the might was blazing wonderfully. Text 4. Even though the demon had an excellent opportunity to strike his unarmed foe without obstruction, he respected the law of single combat, thereby kindling the harir of the Supreme Lord. Text 5. As the Lord Almighty fell to the ground and a cry of the alarm arose from the witnessing cloud of the god, Dasi, the personality of Godhead, acknowledged the demon's love of righteousness and therefore invoked his Sudarśana disc. Text 6. As the disc began to revolve in the Lord's hand, and the Lord contended at truce quartered with the chief of his Vaikunta's attendants, who had been born as Hiranyaksha, by son of Devi, there issue from every direction strange expression uttered by those who are witnessing from airplane. They had no knowledge of the Lord's reality, and they cry, "May victory attend you! Pray dispatch him! Pray no more with him." Text 7. When the demon saw the personality of Godhead, who had eyes just like a lotus petal, standing in the position before him, armed with him, Sudarśana disc, his senses were overpowered by the indignation. He began to hiss like a serpent, and he hit his lip in great resentment. Text 8. The demon, who had a fearful task, stared at the personality of Godhead, as though to burn him. Springing into the air, that aimed his might at the Lord, explained at the same time, "You are slain." Text 9. O saintly Vidura, while his enemy looked on, the Lord in body form, the enjoyer of all sacrifice offering, playfully knocked the blow of the knife with his left foot, even as it came upon him with the fall of a tempest. Text 10. The Lord then said, "Take up your weapon and try again, eager as you are to conquer me." Challenged in these words, the demon aimed his might at the Lord and once more loudly roared. Text 11. When the Lord saw the god flying toward him, he stood firmly where he was and caught it with the same ease as Garuḍa, the king of birds, would seize a serpent. His blow thus frustrated, the great demon felt humiliated and was put out of countenance. He was reluctant to take back the god when it was offered by the personality of Godhead. Text 13. He now took a trident, which was as rapacious as a flaming fire, and hurled it against the Lord, the enjoyer of all sacrifice, even as one would use penance for the malevolent purpose against the holy Brahmana. Text 14. On the board we can read together. Thou ojasā daitya-mahā-bhaṭārpitaṁ. cakāsad antaḥ-kha udīrṇa-dīdhiti. cakreṇa ciccheda niśāta-neminā. harir yathā tārkṣya-patatram ujjhitam. ojasā daitya-mahā-bhaṭārpitaṁ. cakāsad antaḥ-kha udīrṇa-dīdhiti. cakreṇa ciccheda niśāta-neminā. harir yathā tārkṣya-patatram ujjhitam. Please chant. cakāsad antaḥ-kha udīrṇa-dīdhiti. cakreṇa ciccheda niśāta-neminā. harir yathā tārkṣya-patatram ujjhitam. daitya-mahā-bhaṭā. Mataji? That trident, ojasā, with all his strength, daitya, among the demons, mahā-bhaṭa, by the mighty fighter, arpitam, Hurled, cakāsad, shining, antaḥ-khe, in the middle of the sky, udīrṇa, Indra, how do you say it? Oh, okay, it's because in the book it was separate. Increased. Devi, illumination, cakreṇa, by the Sudarśana disc. Ciccheda, he cut to pieces. Niśāta, sharpened. Neminā, limb. Harir, Indra. Yathā, as. tārkṣya of Garuḍa. Patatram, the wing. Ujjhitam, abandoned. Translation: held by the mighty demon with all his strength, the flying trident shone brightly in the sky. The personality of Godhead, however, tore it to pieces with his Sudarśana, which had a sharp edge limb, even as Indra cut off a wing of Garuḍa. Purport. The context of the reference given here regarding Garuḍa and Indra is this. Once upon a time, Garuḍa, the carrier of the Lord, snatched away the nectar pot from the hand of the demigod in heaven in order to liberate his mother, Vinata, from the touch of his stepmother, Kadulu, the mother of the serpent. On learning this, Indra, the king of the heaven, hurled his thunderbolt against Garuḍa with a view to respect the infallibility of Indra's weapon. Garuḍa thought, otherwise invincible, being the Lord's own amount, dropped one of his wings, which was shattered to pieces by the thunderbolt. The inhabitants of a higher planet are so sensible that even in the process of fighting, they observe the preliminary rule and regulation of gentleness. In this case, Garuḍa wanted to show respect for Indra, since he knew that Indra's weapon must destroy something. He offered his wing. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana Sharakaya Chakshum-militanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the killing of demon Hiranyaksha, and also in the purport, description of Garuḍa and Indra described. So we are going to discuss these two topics. In this narration of Varaha and Hiranyaksha, there is many wonderful qualities of Krishna and demoniac quality of Hiranyaksha. So the wonderful quality of Krishna in the form of Varaha, many qualities, but outstanding qualities, heroic and truthful. Heroic because he fight with demon fearlessly. Truthful because he protected the earth and protected the demigod. He kept the promise that he will protect the devotees. And Hiranyaksha, demoniac quality described in chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita, how they think, the demons think, I'm the most powerful, everything is mine, and then everything is under my control, and someone is enemy, he will be under me or he will be killed. Everything is me, I'm the controller. So in that mood, Hiranyaksha was going to attack Varaha. He was in the water that time. He was in the process of rescuing us who was sink under the Garuḍa ocean. In Harivansa, it's described that, not in the Bhagavatam, but the Harivansa is written, compiled by Vyasadeva, the same author as Srimad Bhagavatam, but it's like it's not two separate literature, but it's supporting Srimad Bhagavatam. So in Harivansa, it describes how the earth dropped into Garuḍa ocean, because in the beginning of creation, there is a golden egg. In the golden egg, there is a liquid. Whenever that liquid falls, that creates a mountain, and that mountain turns to gold. And that gold is quite heavy, so the weight of the gold was so heavy, that's how the earth dropped into Garuḍa ocean. So the Lord was thinking how to save, so he appeared in the Varaha form. Then he was in the Garuḍa ocean. Then meanwhile, Hiranyaksha, he was carrying the Garuḍa. He wanted to fight, so he was playing in the water. Then he saw Varuna. Then he asked Varuna, can you fight with me? Because he liked to show off his power. Then Varuna said, this I think the previous classes many times you heard. Varuna said, I'm too old, you can fight with Vishnu. He's good enough to fight with you. So Hiranyaksha saw Varaha rescuing us. Then Varaha, he could fight with Varaha and Hiranyaksha on the spot, but then he wanted to rescue the earth. Then from there we can learn the lesson how Krishna is determined to save the devotee first. Paritanaya sadhunam vinasaya saduskritam. First protect the devotee, then finish off the demon. So protecting the devotee comes first, then finish off the demon. Then we can see in the Prabhupada's life, because Prabhupada's appearance is coming close, Prabhupada, we can remember how Prabhupada, every attempt, he tried to spread Krishna consciousness. There is always obstacle, but then he was never being discouraged. So he kept doing his devotional service, dedication for the spiritual master and for the Krishna. So in this pastime, Balahadev is of course rescuing the earth, but then he also wanted to show to the devotee and demigod how we should not be discouraged or disturbed in the process of executing the mission, what we are supposed to do. So because Balaha did it, he was being insulted by Hiranyaksha, but then he kept doing his duty, and Prabhupada also did it, so we should also should not be discouraged and should not be disturbed, should try to keep doing our duty for the service of Guru and Gauranga. Then after he put the earth on the orbit, on the surface of the water, then he invested his potency to float on the water. And sometimes it's described float in the air, because Garuḍa ocean is supposed to be water, but sometimes described outer space is also called watery. So he invested the earth the ability to float. That Shakti was given by the Lord. Then he started to fight. Then I think many devotees has the impression that Balaha and Hiranyaksha's fight was with Gada fight, because Hiranyaksha always carries Gada. And then in the pictures and in different sculptures, we see Balaha is always carrying the Gada. And this Gada is called Kaumadaki, and surprisingly she is a lady, like a Kaumadaki, Devaki, so finish with the ki, that means Devaki, Kaumadaki, so she's a lady. So sometimes in Hindu temple, there is a outside temple, sculptures, Vishnu is there with four weapons. Sometimes Kaumadaki, the Gada, is carved or described as a female form. So she is the Shakti of the Lord, and she came as Gada. And Bhagavatam describes how Kaumadaki is always smeared with the blood of the demon. Very ferocious, but at the same time she is Lady Shakti of the Lord. So the Lord Balaha was carrying the Gada, and they started to fight. So in the fight, it's not like Balaha always winning and Hiranyaksha always losing. They fight so much, both the body was covered with blood. That means Hiranyaksha sometimes hit Balaha successfully, and blood was coming from blood and Balaha's body, and Balaha would hit Hiranyaksha, and blood would come from Hiranyaksha. So that smell of the blood excited the Kshatriya. Sometimes Mahabharata also describes smell of the blood excite the Kshatriya. So by the smell of blood, both warriors here, Balaha and Hiranyaksha, became excited and also angry that Kshatriya spirit and fighting spirit was enlarged, and then they started fighting more. Then Balaha wanted to hit the chin of Hiranyaksha, and he went whack. Then Hiranyaksha, he is also skilled, he is strong, so he hit the Lord. And then because he hit the Lord's Kaumadaki slipped, and it's losing. But still, because Krishna is Krishna, even when he dropped the Kaumadaki, it's shining, and that was so beautiful. Even the sense he is supposed to be losing, but that sense was so beautiful. Kaumadaki was rolling, and it's shining, it was so beautiful. Then, and in today's text, it said that Hiranyaksha followed the rule of Kshatriya of combat. They should not attack if the opposite party has no weapon. So he waited, he didn't attack. It was a chance for Hiranyaksha, but he didn't attack Balaha. So Balaha, when the enemy does that, they respect, so it's good, or he's a good fighter. At the same time, feel like how you dare? I am strong enough, you can attack now. But then he said, no, you don't have a weapon, I will not attack. It's a good thing, but then I feel like insulted. So the Lord became angry, so he didn't pick up Komaraki. So the fight between Hiranyaksha and Varaha, not the Garuḍa fight till the end. So after here, the Garuḍa fight, blood was coming out, was a ferocious fight, but the Komaraki was dropped, and then now he didn't pick up the Komaraki, but he picked up Sudarśana chakra. So of course, any fight, Sudarśana chakra is in the Lord's hand, then the enemy is finished. So sound like Hiranyaksha will be killed by Sudarśana chakra, but no, that is the funny thing. He had a chakra, then he's standing, then Hiranyaksha saw the Lord is standing with chakra. That means he is in danger, but then he still have a Garuḍa. Hiranyaksha still have a Garuḍa. So he jumped high and he attacked. He came so fast. And then he was going to attack, and then he could, Lord had a chakra, no? So he could throw the chakra, but he didn't. He kicked, because he is a Varaha, he has 2 and 2. So with the left foot, he kicked that Garuḍa. Hiranyaksha's Garuḍa was dropped. Then Hiranyaksha dropped the Garuḍa, and then Varaha said, you pick up that Garuḍa and try again. It's like insulted before, now I get you back. So Hiranyaksha picked up, and he was going to attack again. First time he jumped really high, and then he was kicked. So this time he threw the Garuḍa at Varaha. Then Varaha caught with, because he already had chakra, only 2 legs and 2 front leg, back leg and front leg. So 1 chakra, and then with 1, he caught the Garuḍa. And then Varaha said, you want? He gave it to Hiranyaksha. But then this time, first one he dropped, so he picked up, but this time Lord has, Varaha has, and he said, you want? Then I'm not taking it. So he didn't take it this time. It's like an insult, how I can take from the enemy's hand, so he didn't take. So he took a trident. Trident is like a, Shiva has like a three pointy thingy. So he was going to throw that. Then when he threw that with the speed of hurricane trumpet, then Varaha throw the chakra. He could throw the chakra to kill Varaha, but he counteracted trident. So trident was cut to pieces, shattered. So it was a funny thing how Krishna does. In the middle of fight, and he could finish off. Here the Brahma and other demigods are asking, oh Lord, please don't play with this guy. Please finish off. But then he is actually playing. He could finish off his chakra, but he didn't. He just threw and finished the trident. And then Hiranyaksha got so angry. How you can do that, my trident? And it was gone. Then the chakra was still there, and trident was gone. Then he started, because the demon has magic trick. So he created different magic trick, make it everything dark, and all the illuminati will be gone, and then all Rakshasa and the demon will illusionally appears naked, and the soldiers and all that was appearing. Then the chakra start moving fast. Then it described that deities, instead of milk, the blood was coming from deities, remembering how Kasyapas predicted your son will be a demon, but will be killed by Vishnu. Then that moment, blood was coming instead of milk. Then for sure it's going to be end. Sudarśana chakra will be thrown and Hiranyaksha will be dead. But then he didn't. Again, he threw the chakra, and despite all the illusion, so he removed the illusion. It said Hiranyaksha is a demon. He can use this magic trick. But Krishna is Yogeshwara, the master of mystic power. So his mystic power is stronger, so the Sudarśana chakra will finish off this illusion. Then Hiranyaksha got really angry. Then he appeared. He was disappearing. He was invisible. But then he appeared again. Then next time when he did was, he started hit the Lord. Like sometimes Mahabharata, Bhima, and Kichak fight in the beginning, fighting with weapons, and then maybe trees, and maybe whatever you can handle. Then at the end, they fight with hand to hand. So Hiranyaksha has no weapon. He just started to hit the Lord. But the Lord was just standing on the same position. He didn't even move. He was just standing, and he didn't even feel any pain. It's like, oh, what, did you do anything? Kind of so insulting. So Hiranyaksha got so angry, and then he embraced the Lord, not with love and devotion. He embraced to squeeze the Lord to death. Just like end of mahā-bhaṭa, Dhritarashtra tried to embrace the Bhima with affection, but actually with anger. So they, instead, after battlefield of Kurukshetra, Dhritarashtra said, oh, my dear son Bhima, he wanted to embrace, but then he was so angry. So instead of Bhima going there, they have an iron statue of Bhima, because Duryodhana used to practice wrestling with iron statue of Bhima. So there is an iron statue of Bhima, so they put iron statue of Bhima in front of Dhritarashtra. So he went like this, and all the iron scattered. So in that mood, not with love and devotion, but with so much anger, desire to kill, he embraced Balaha. But then how the demon can capture Krishna? Only devotee can capture Krishna. Demon cannot. With so much materialistic advancement and physical strength, they cannot capture Krishna. So even the Balaha was always outside. Then he became angry, and he started to really hit the Lord. Then Balaha slapped by the root of the ear. It's hard. Any part of the body, most painful part is end of ear, no? If you have ear pain, it's really, really hard, it's painful. So he slapped the root of the ear, and with a slap, not with the Sudarśana chakra, not with Garuḍa, but with a slap at the root of the ear, he flew away, Hiranyaksha flew away, whirling around. His eyes popped up, and his leg and arm dislocated, kind of smashed, and then he fell dead. So now actually Balaha killed Hiranyaksha with a slap. Not by Garuḍa, not by chakra. So that's the killing of demon Hiranyaksha. So from this we can learn how we can have a faith on Krishna. Even when we are going through different stages of difficulties, Krishna always protects, because he is stronger than anybody else, and he is very affectionate devotees. So we should not be afraid of anything, and we should be very happy in love for Krishna. So that is the half part of the class. Then next we are going to discuss about Garuḍa and Indra. Today's purport, text 14, and also few texts before, there is description of Garuḍa, how Garuḍa snatched the snake. That's the way how Balaha got the Hiranyaksha's Garuḍa. So the Garuḍa, interestingly, Kashyapa has many daughters, and Kashyapa has many wives, and those wives are all sisters, the daughter of Daksha. Because Daksha has many sons, and all become revelated by Narada Muni's trick, and he produced more sons, and then Narada Muni preached them, and they became all revelated. And then he was so angry, and he cursed Narada Muni, okay, you cannot stay anywhere in one place, because you are obstructing the duty of the household. We are creating the children, and you are making everyone liberated. So you are not qualified as a grihastha, so you cannot stay anywhere more than a few days. So then he created daughters. So those daughters are giving different sages. And one of the sages to whom the daughter was given by Daksha was Kashyapa, and Kashyapa got about 16 daughters, 16 wives. And then one is Aditi, then Diti. That's the story of Hiranyaksha's, and because Aditi got the demigod, the children, so Diti said, I also want children. So he approached, that was a long time, so he got the demon that he had Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Then apart from Diti and Aditi, there are the two sisters within that Kashyap's wife. There is a Vinata and Kaduru. So they are serving Kashyapa very nicely, and Kashyapa very dutiful husband, but then after that the duty finished, means wife is serving the husband, and then the wife said the wife was pleased, and husband was pleased, and then husband wanted to give the benediction to the wife, and the wife said the first, Kaduru asked, I want 10,000 snakes as my children. I don't know why she asked, but then in the beginning of creation, they have to produce many different species. So it was probably inspired by the Lord. She asked, I want 10,000 serpents as my children. Hearing that, Vinata said, okay, I want only 2 children, but they should be superior to their children. It's like their sister, no? But the sister, but the co-wife. So there is like a subtle competition is there. So I want only 2, but my children should be superior to my sister's children. So they got, they don't deliver the baby, but they deliver the egg. So serpent naturally egg, so they have 10,000 egg, and they start to hatch after 500 years. Then so many snake was born. And then I think the first one, eldest, was antaḥ-khe. Then after Vasuki, then after tārkṣya and many other snakes. So antaḥ-khe is actually eldest, but then later he took sannyasi. For that's why when we counted the snake family, Ananta is not part, even though he was eldest, but then he took sannyasi and he left this snake family, so he is not so much counted as a family members. Then tārkṣya also, we already know that tārkṣya is favor of Indra, and later, because Shring is cursed, he was going to bite Parikshit Maharaj after 7 days. That's the tārkṣya. Then, seeing the sister egg fetch, the Kaduru thought, why my egg is not hatching? Just like in mahā-bhaṭa. I like mahā-bhaṭa, sorry. The Duryodhana was inside, no? Then Kunti and Gandhari were pregnant together. And they are thinking, whose son is going to be born first? Whoever be born first, their Kuru dynasty, first son is going to be the next king. So and Gandhari, she is a very chaste wife, and she is very religious and very nice, but she has a women nature. So when she heard Kunti delivered the baby first, she was so angry and she hit the belly, and then she had a miscarriage. And she was lamenting, and she told Vyasadeva came, Vyasadeva, what's happened? My children is gone. You gave benediction, I will have 100 sons, and it's gone. And Vyasadeva, what did you do, my daughter? Give me some pot, and then he gave the pot, and then he put the thingy. Thingy means remnants of his miscarriage, her miscarriage. Then from there, Duryodhana and Sudarśana and 100 sons were born. So similarly, here, Vinata, she was upset about her egg was not hatching, and then she somehow broke the egg. And then when the egg was broken, inside there was a baby, but not fully formed. Half was formed, but half was not formed. So the baby was so upset about the mother. Mother, what did you do? I'm not fully developed. Why did you do this? Then he cursed the mother. I don't know how the baby just not even fully developed can curse the mother, but then he cursed the mother. That's this is all higher planetary system. We're not talking about the Earth. Kali Yuga, we have so many problems, but the higher planet has more problems. So we shouldn't inspire to go to the heaven. It's more severe. So the half-born baby cursed the mother. Okay, you will be the slave of your stepmother till the second son will be born. So be careful, don't break the next egg. So that's half-developed baby. he flew away to the sky, then became a charioteer of the sun god by the blessing of Kashyapa Muni. Kashyapa Muni, he's a dutiful husband, so he takes care of all the mistakes the wife does. So he became a charioteer. So Aruna, you have heard that the Gauranga's kirtan, Aruna something something. The sun is rising, Gaura Chandra singing, everyone wake up, that's bhajan, that Aruna. So when the sun rises, before you can see the sun, you can see the sky become pinkish, reddish, orangish, beautiful light. That is Aruna. So it became Aruna. Then Kaduru waited another 500 years, or celestial years. I don't know anybody got pregnant. He has experience of 8 months of pregnancy. It's not so easy to wait for 8 months. You have something on a tummy and you can't walk, so everything you do very careful. 8 months is so difficult. But then they, of course, egg is separate, it's okay, but still such an anxiety to have unborn. So we waited another 500, then Garuda was born. Then meanwhile, Vinata invited Kaduru to go for a picnic. Then there is a horse, Ujjhitam, that horse who are born from churning in the ocean, the horse. Yeah, it comes with Bhagavad Gita, among the horse and I'm Ujjhitam. So it was there. So Kaduru said, you want to bet? What color is the horse? And Vinata said, white, of course. Without hesitation, she said, then what about the tail? White horse, white tail, of course it's white. And then, because they are betting, so if someone loses, that person becomes slave to others. Then Vinata said white, and Kaduru said black. And after, she has a snake, right? Some of the snake is black. Send the children to go to the snake, horse tail, make themselves skinny, mingle into the tail, then from distance look like a black tail. Last time when the mother said, you do it, some of the sons said, yes, mother. Some of the sons said, no, mother, you cannot do that. Then the mother cast the children before they. So you want to go to the higher planet? So the children, those who said no, the mother said, I'm going to cast you, you're going to be burned in the fire sacrifice, snake sacrifice, which is going to be done later on by Janamejaya. Because Parikshita Maharaj was burned a snake bite with Takshaka. So Janamejaya is Parikshita Maharaj's son, right? So he was very angry and he decided to perform a fire sacrifice where he chant the mantra, or priest chant the mantra, all the snakes will come and jump into the fire. Then those snakes who jump into the fire are those snakes who said, I don't want to become the tail of the horse. They disobey the mother. So I can't say which is right and which is wrong, but I guess disobeying the mother is wrong. But of course, cheating is also wrong. So, but very intricate. Even the Bhishma said, religion is very intricate. You cannot save the Draupadi. So many things was happening. So now horse tail is black. Then they went to check, and then the horse tail was black. They don't check so close, no? If they go so close, then they can see the snake tail. So they check from distance. Yes, it's black. So you became my slave. So the mother of the Aruna, means Garuda's mother, became slave. So the Vinata have to carry the snake's mother on the shoulder whenever they go and do whatever they have to do. They are doing very sad. Then Garuda was born after 500 years. Then Garuda wanted to liberate the mother from this curse, and I don't want my mother to be slave to this. It is ridiculous. I don't want to be my mother to suffer like this. Then snake said, okay, if you bring the nectar Amrita from the heaven, then your mother is free. And then Garuda said, okay, I will do. Then Garuda went to that heaven. Then Indra heard Garuda is coming to fetch the immortal nectar. Amrita means means no, Mrita means Mrityu means death. So no death. Amrita could be no death. Also could be nectar. So there is a nectar of immortality was there. Indra heard Garuda is coming to fetch. So he had all the demigods fight against Garuda. Same time, Amrita was guarded by the spark, like a sharp edges spark is whirling around, is under, and then there's the two poisonous snake guarding, and around there was a fire all around. So there is no way anyone can go there to fetch the nectar. And then all the demigods were fighting against Garuda. Somehow Garuda dodged, and then he went there. He saw the fire, and he had a beak. He swallowed so much water into the beak, and he splashed the water to the fire, and all the fire gone. Then he saw the spikes was going around, and it was not so high, there was not so much space, so he made himself very small, because if big, then he get cut off. So he made, sounds like Hanuman did, no? Hanuman went to Lanka. So he made himself small, and he went, and then he finished off the snake, because Garuda is enemy with snake, easy. So he finished off the poisonous snake, and he fetched the nectar, and he went off, and he made himself his normal size, and then he was going back. Then Indra saw. Then Indra saw Garuda is taking the nectar. This nectar is belong to the heaven. It's not supposed to be go anywhere. So Indra wanted to stop. Then he throw, in the Prabhupada said, he threw the sandalwood. Then this is made of daitya's bone. It's coming in the 6th canto of Bhagavatam. So Garuda respect Indra, and also Garuda respect Daitya Muni, because Daitya Muni, he sacrificed his life to make this weapon to fight with Britasura. So that the bone has so much Shakti, because Daitya Muni was such a powerful Brahmana. Then Indra threw that against Garuda, which is not the good reason, but somehow he did it. But then he has respect to the weapon and to the Daitya and Indra. So he dropped, it said that he dropped the wing, but it's not like he has two wings and he dropped one, then Jatayu, Haribo, it's not like that. But then in another source, and I thought he dropped the feather. It's not the whole wing, but the feather he dropped, and that feather was shattered by this weapon. Because he has to prove that that has so much Shakti. Once it's thrown, then it has to be destroyed. So he did that. Then after he brought the nectar, by the way, in Garuda, in front of the temple, we have Garuda, yeah? The Garuda has a pot. That is the Amrita. That ordinary Garuda, anywhere in the world, Garuda has a pot. That is the Amrita from heaven. But Atma-tata Prabhu said, and I don't know how much I can say as a reference, but Atma-tata Prabhu said, this pot this Garuda has is not immortal nectar, but it's a nectar of devotion. In Mayapur, Garuda has this nectar of devotion. Therefore, if you get this nectar of devotion from Garuda, you will get the pure love for Krishna. That's what Atma-tata Prabhu said. So he was carrying, then Indra was chasing, and then he dropped the feather. Then he somehow came to the snake. On the way, he met the Vishnu. And then Vishnu said, okay, the promise is, you promise to snake, bring the nectar, but don't make them drink it. It was not in the contract. He didn't say, I will make you drink. He didn't say, I will bring it. That is my mission success, finished. So he will bring it, but don't make them drink. Because if the snake, these envious people drink the immortal nectar, that's a problem to the world. So don't let them drink. So the Garuda came with a pot, and he said to them, okay, I brought, my mother is free. Let my mother be free first. And then, okay, she's free. Then after the snake was going to take the nectar, he said, "Oh, Baba, what are you doing? This is such a special thing. First take a bath." Like Archana course in Mayapur Academy, we do, whenever we do sacred thing, we have to do the Archana first. If possible, take a bus, full bus. So snake went all the way to the lake or river to take a bus. And snake is not that fast. The snake went, took bus, and came back. By then, Indra came, took nectar, and went back to the heaven. So it was cheated, but then what to do? The Garuḍa did what he has to do. And then there is it was kusha grass, and on the top of the kusha grass, Amrita was placed. So the snake tried to lick that nectar, which was on the kusha grass. And the kusha grass is very sharp. So that's why the snake has tongue split. That's what it was said. Also, kusha grass is described as Balaha's the hair. Today we are reading from Balaha pastime. So Balaha's the hair is very sharp, and then also the kusha grass grow where Balaha came out from the water, and then when the ball come out, what animal does it? And it splash the water, and then water fell. From there, kusha grass grow. That's what it said. So that's how this narration was done. Then this was described in actually Mahā-bhaṭam Ramayana, part of Mahā-bhaṭam Ramayana, that how it's connected is because Aruna, Garuda's elder brother Aruna, he later on got married, and his children, he has two children. One is Jatayu, one is Sampati. And Jatayu is of course the hero of Ramayana. So when Sita was kidnapped by Ravana, she cried out, Ram, Ram, please help. Sita only asked Jatayu to inform that Ravana is taking me. She didn't ask Jatayu to fight with Ravana. Of course, she knows Jatayu cannot fight against Ravana, but then she only asked Jatayu to inform Ravana. But then Jatayu couldn't help himself, but then he wanted to fight to save Sita. So he did a great service. And later on, Sampati, when Hanuman went to search for Sita, then Sampati informed, I have seen, I am Ravana, I am the brother of Jatayu, and then I have to tell you, Ravana took Sita and went to Lanka. That's how Jatayu is there. This is how Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahā-bhaṭam Ramayana all interconnected, and all the different families are interconnected. And Garuḍa is strongly related to these stories. So what we can learn from this is we always take shelter of the Lord and the Lord's devotees. Lord's devotees are as powerful as the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more thing, tomorrow is Balaram's appearance day, and Balaram's favorite weapon is Gada. And his Gada's name is, I think, Sunandini or something like Sunandini or something like that. Yeah. So that is the Balaram Jayanti. We can also pray Baladev to protect us from all the dangers in the path of devotional service. I can't see the time. What the time is? If there is any comment or a question.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, as you described in the detail about the interaction between different personalities in a planetary system, it seems that how people in the mode of goodness, they can have this kind of interaction.
About the snake and mother and cow thing? No,
Yeah. Means they are so much envious of each other. They are trying to pull other down, all these things.
I don't know if they are actually model of goodness, because in the material world, always, of course, higher planetary system, people are model of goodness in general, but there is no pure goodness within the material world. Sudarśana is possible only in the spiritual world. So there is always a chance the other mode is mixed.
Interesting. Yesterday only I was reading this 10th canto, 85th chapter, where Devaki requests Krishna and Balaram to bring her 6 children back because he wanted to see them. So when Krishna and Balaram went to Bali Maharaj abode in Sutraloka, so there Bali Maharaj is offering prayers, and in those prayers he is saying that many people they get attracted to you because of lust, because of enmity, but these demigods, those who are in mode of goodness, they will not get attracted towards you. Someone they are saying like this. Bali Maharaj is saying like this. So it's very strange.
Bali Maharaj is saying too. I think that is one thing I can say is some truth and also some humility, because truth is there, and also because he is humble, so he is presenting himself in that way. Of course, Yamaraj, there are 2 Yamaraj. One is fearful Yamaraj. 2 Yamaraj. One is mode of goodness, pure, so pure mode of goodness. And another Yamaraj is taking care of the dead people punishment. So there are 2 Yamaraj. Thank you. Okay. We can end here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.